Hello? Why does my stream not want to work for me? Hmm. Let me check something. How weird. Oh, I think I finally got it to work a little bit. How you doing? Pretty good. Well, I hurt my knee recently, which has given me a little more time to play these games. So maybe not good, but I mean, I don't care too much. Hello. Oh, come on, not again. Man, Wua really gives you a low amount of weekly mats. It's kind of annoying. You need like 26 to max out these characters' forte, but you can only get 9 per week. This is like much worse than HSR's weekly system. Hello. Oh my god, no damage again. Have you seen the Nihilux reveal? I already knew about Nihilux being an Eon for a little bit. I've known it for like one extra patch. I don't fold. I think that's all I can do, right? It's capped out at 3 runs. Hello? I think the answer is more complicated. I mean, I don't know. I haven't played it. It could be like a Cyrene situation where it's like they're part of the Eon, and then they like maybe take the place of the Eon or whatever, something like that, and they're not fully the Eon, blah 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 blah. I'm not interested in the semantics of which HSR characters are emanators, high tier emanators, Eons, or whatever. Hello. But yeah. Unemployed Aeon? True. Do you think Nihilux will be a main DPS or a sub DPS? Main DPS. I lean more towards. I'll save my guarantee for Himiko Eidolons. Understandable. I did a bit of a like oopsie on my Monorem account. I pulled for Robin SP, and then I checked my Lycone banner pity, and I was like, oh, I have the exact same pity as I do on the character banner. And then I did enough pulls on the Lycone banner to get a Lycone, but then I never got one. And then I rechecked, and I came to the realization that I accidentally clicked on the character pity when I was trying to look at the Lycone one. And so now I have like 30 pity into the Lycone banner for absolutely zero reason. Because I was like, I have enough pulls to get both Robin and Hyocine's Lycone. Like, this is huge. My Monorem team is basically finished at that point. But I kind of scammed myself. Yeah. Is there a claim all button? Okay, thank God I checked. Nihilux's main DPS. I'm not even doing it because I'm trying to cope about like Sparksy staying best in slot or anything. I just feel like it makes sense for Nihilux to be a main DPS. You know? If you make Nihilux a main DPS, Sparksy still probably retains her slot in these Elation teams. Nihilux has her own main DPS team, where it's probably like Yao Guang, Nihilux, Pearl, and then EMC or something, right? Kind of similar to the Evernight team. Just because you're using EMC doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. And then you have Silverwolf's team, you have the other Elation teams as well. Pearl is kind of... The main reason I think... The main reason I think Nihilux will be a main DPS is because it doesn't make sense for Elation to get another upgrade after Pearl. Right. Like, I was a little skeptical before, because it's like, how strong would they actually make a sustain? I always put my stocks into Pearl, but I didn't know how much of that stock would actually pay off. You know what I'm saying? I don't actually know if she's going to be better than like a lot of sustainless options, for example. But after the recent leaks by Seal Leaks showing what Pearl has in her kit probably, I've become more confident that I don't think Nihilux would be another upgrade for Elation after the addition of Pearl. Because I feel like even with just Pearl alone, it's very likely that they are like tied, if not slightly stronger, than like Himiko team and other teams. And then they have better tailored vertical investment alongside that too. So adding Nihilux just seems like so overkill. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense, in my opinion. It just seems really, really overkill. If you were to do Pearl and then Nihilux, both are upscales. So yeah, I've become more confident in my opinion that I think Nihilux is going to be a main DPS after those Pearl leaks. I mean, one of the older, more reliable leakers, like that Red Note guy who got almost everything right, he said that Nihilux could be a support for Silverwolf's team. But he said at E2. It could be a Cyrene situation, but like opposite. Where like Cyrene gains a lot more value at E2 as a DPS. Nihilux at E2 could gain a lot more value as a support. On like different Elation teams or something. And then she starts off as a main DPS. Something like that. Reverse Cyrene? Yeah, exactly. I'd take E2 Nihilux over Yao Guang any day. Well, I don't know if she'd kick out Yao Guang. If her base is a DPS and not a support, it's much less likely that she's Cyrene-esque in terms of specific character buffs. Meaning it's likely Yao Guang would still be more valuable than Sparksy. Even if it's like with a team with Nihilux on Silverwolf. And if I remember correctly, the original guy on Red Note who was talking about E2 Nihilux, they specifically mentioned that she replaces Sparksy on the Silverwolf team, not Yao Guang. They were like, kicks out Sparksy, best in slot for Silverwolf, but nothing about Yao Guang. So now that I think about it, yeah, that's probably the right line of thinking. I don't think Yao will be kicked out. Yeah, I don't either. We're together on this one. I feel like as more and more time has passed, it's just become more solidified how valuable Yao Guang is for these Elation teams. They really, really want her. Pearl is a sustain, yeah. Nihilux is not a sustain. She's probably going to be a DPS, I think. Pearl is the sustain. And Pearl's beta is also really soon, I'm pretty sure. Is it today or is it tomorrow? I know Seal Leak said the 27th, but usually in like my time, it's like the 26th when those leaks come out. Almost every single time. And today's the 26th. Today, I think? Ooh, interesting. I hope Evernight gets a rerun soon. We'll see. I could see it, yeah. I mean, Hyacine just got hers again, so makes sense. Rubs hands together evilly. Good. It'll be interesting for sure. It'll be interesting. I think a lot of people are going to be a bit sad if too much of Pearl's buffs are locked behind Eidolons, from what Seal Leak said. But, I don't know. I feel like the only two things that are going to be locked behind Eidolons that I saw there, the action advance that's team-wide, and merrymaking. Merrymaking has historically been behind like every E6 for an Elation character. It's very, very expensive. I don't think they'd put it in her base. And then Team-Wide Action Advance is probably also E6, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if those two are both on the E6. Yeah, yeah. We got nothing about her non-elation form. It is what it is. E2 action advance? I feel like that's too strong. I don't know. I feel like E2 action advance is... It's really, really strong, especially... If it's a one-time thing, one-time team-wide action advance, I could see it. But if it's something where it's like... Everybody on the team gets an action advance every time she uses her ult or at the end of a AHA instant, I just can't see that being behind an E2. It's way too strong. I could see it being whale bait because I think Elation teams vertical investments with a Pearl E6 that gives team-wide action advance, like you'd see Elation at like the higher cost levels suddenly rise a fuck ton in comparison to before. I think they'd maybe be the best in the game, possibly. Does AA even matter for Elation teams? If it's a single target AA, it's much weaker, and that's historically been the problem with action advancers and like Silverwolf teams, for example. But team-wide AA is a different story, because with team-wide AA, you're allowing everybody else to also get an action advance and generate resources, meaning they don't really feel like wasted turns. You still get a lot out of them. So a team-wide AA is actually pretty valuable, I think. Much more so than single target AA. Silverwolf still runs out of EBAs faster. It kind of depends on how it goes, Verly. It could be underwhelming for Silverwolf, and then it could be godly for Silverwolf, depending on how much better the punchline gen and the certified banger with Pearl being on the team is now. Because if the punchline gen and certified banger are now looking a lot more consistent and better, what happens is, sure, you go through turns faster, but let's say you go through Silverwolf's turns significantly faster. This also means that you can get out of her ult faster, regen her ult instantly, and then get an extra turn off of that, right? It just depends on how strong it is. If it's strong enough, Silverwolf benefits a lot, in my opinion. If it's not that strong or consistent, and, you know, it's better to build up more certified banger on those turns you do have, I don't know. But I'd imagine that they'll obviously make it so that the Mono Elation team is consistent. Kind of similar to Mono Rem. They won't be perfectly synergistic at E0, by the way. I don't think anybody should expect this. They will still have their flaws in a full E0 team, but it's going to be like completely fixed when most of them are like E1 or E2 probably. Did you take a break? You sound less stressed compared to the beginning of this year. Oh no, I hurt my knee recently. I hurt my knee recently playing soccer, and it's hurt quite badly. So I don't really have to do much the last, few weeks, which has led to my energy obviously being better because I have less to do. Less to worry about. Hope you recover, thanks. Evanesia doesn't really like AA because of the certified banger loss. Well, they're not really making Pearl with Evanesia in mind. I get what you're saying, but it's like a Hyacine situation, you know? Like, they're gonna mainly focus on Pearl being best in slot for Nihilux and Silverwolf than they would focus on Pearl being best in slot for Evanesia. Because Evanesia is less important to them. That's just kind of how it goes. I can't believe Pearl is going to potentially power creep Hyacine for Eevee/Irene main DPS. I mean, we don't know anything about Pearl's generalist buffs now. All we know is about the Elation stuff that Seal Leaks leaked. Depends on the generalist side, but yeah, it is possible. With like a new wave of sustains in a new version, and it's also like pretty late into this version as well, they can make the generalist side of her sustain buff still pretty good. And it could, you know, be better than like Hyacine or something, depending on how like good it is. I use my now E2 Fushuan as an Evanesia sustain. If my Huohuo is somewhere else. I mean, Fushuan gives like a crit rate or crit damage buff, right? In like her early... Oh, I was going to check on Wuwa's thing. I think her E1 is like a crit rate buff or something like that. Oh, it's crit damage, crit damage. Hi, Beaver. You guys need to drop this Beaver stuff, man. It's never gonna catch on. I'm not a Beaver. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for Pearl Kit. Finally, something new to talk about. I got tired of Avon and Robin after the first version because it was pretty obvious their flaws and how good they were just straight off of the bat. Avon was like forever doomed to be bad value technically, which is why I just wasn't excited this beta. I immediately knew how valuable Robin was to the meta, and I immediately knew how valuable Avon was to the meta. It was one of the most boring betas I think I've ever been through. You need a sustain, filthy casual. I don't even need a sustain on my Monorem account, to be honest. Like my Monorem account, which is the one I'm playing on actively currently, that one doesn't need a sustain. The one that needs a sustain is the free-to-play Anoxa account. That's the one that's begging for a sustain. It needs it pretty badly. But I haven't even logged into it in quite a while, so... Also, if I'm speaking honestly, I'm really excited for this Hoyo game Notice Fall. I'm really, really excited. But I don't know when the fuck that game's gonna come out. It could be like 2 years from now or something. We'll see. I want Pearl to be free because I want to pull Nihilux. Pearl is not going to be free. I'd bet my left balls that Pearl won't be free. That's how confident I am. Write that down. Have you seen the Izumo change? No. Just off of what someone said in my chat vaguely the other day, I'm assuming it has something to do with synergizing better with path change characters. But I don't really care because path change has already been known for a while. Like if you look at leaks because of the Pearl stuff. So I'm not I don't care much. People think Notice Fall is AI gen. Legit, anytime Hoyoverse has a game revealed, people just throw like 10 different accusations hoping one sticks. Does anyone care about playing Endgame anymore? I mean, yeah. Some of the most popular popping HSR channels currently are channels that do actual Endgame gameplay. The thing is, it's much more fun to watch someone sweat hours with optimized relics and gameplay and get a good clear than it is to actually try it yourself these days. AA is just pissing me off. A lot of people take my criticism towards AA and think I'm speaking about like me complaining about the difficulty of all HSR endgame. Not really. It's legit just AA. AA is way too disgusting with its debuffing and its favoritism compared to the rest of the endgame modes. I just hate it. Like the Flame Reaver, I didn't even notice, right? You guys notice? And if you watch my video where I complain about AA, I didn't even fully read what like the corrosion shit was. I saw a clip on Twitter this morning of someone attempting to get a zero cycle with an expensive ass Firefly team against Sparksicon. Why did I see Sparksicon revive? Why the fuck did I see the boss revive after getting killed? Like, oh hell no, man. Oh hell no. But yeah, there's that bullshit. There's Flame Reaver has 60% damage reduction. That's a debuff. And it's only 40% if you use a mono rem team. The Light Mob alongside his damage reduction is also 60% damage reduction. And I didn't look at the other one. I guess Sparksicon's main gripe is just the revive thing. Keep in mind, I would like you guys to keep in mind, that thing that is debuffing, or technically buffing Sparksicon from our perspectives, it's at level 1. Like, it's supposed to increase in levels over time. Meaning, Sparksicon being able to revive herself after you kill her is only level 1 of the debuff. Oh, it's level 2? Oh, okay, it's level 2. But, like, there's more levels to it, which is something. Like those Zhangzhou mob mechanics? Yeah, but on an actual boss. I think endgame is getting worse for basic clears now, or for sure? Do you think Astra Yao is still a healer if Pearl is a healer? Yeah. I feel like Astra Yao is going to be a second sustain. I do feel that. There's a pretty decent chance she's the second sustain for this version. Because this game has never gone a version only releasing one new sustain. I feel like it'd be a bit crazy if they were increasing the difficulty of enemies so much over time like they currently are, and then they only release one new sustain for a version instead of two. I feel like it's kinda, you know, not that great. Like, sustains are already very slow. There's no point to make them release even slower. I don't see Astra Yao giving shield. She doesn't need to shield. Just because Pearl has healing in her kit doesn't mean that automatically means the other sustain is a shielder. They could just make it where Pearl's an elation character and then Astra's like an abundance, for example. Bam. It doesn't need to be like heal, shield, in my opinion. I mean, when you really think about it, yeah. Like, Ling Sha to Hyacine was two healers. It's just that Hyacine was of a different path. Because Avon came before Ling Sha. Ling Sha was a healer, and then Hyacine was a healer. So yeah, I could see Astra Yao still being a healer. Do you think she'll be free? Astra? Yeah. I think Astra will be free. Ellen is way more popular than Astra. I don't think they'd make Ellen free. It doesn't really make sense. Like, I'd be happy personally if Ellen was free. It's like a huge dub. Because that's the one I mainly care about, but... Do you think we'll get anything for free in 4.6? No. My thinking is you'll get a golden token for free on 4.7 because it's the end of the Elation storyline, and then you'll get Astra for free in 4.8 because of the ZZZ collab. And then there might also be a limited selector for older characters in 5.0 like there was in 4.0. So there would be a lot of free 5 stars back to back. I just want to see Astra as a sustain. To have two Robin and Astra in the same team. Nice. If you were to design an MOC boss, what mechanics would you use? I don't know. I haven't really given it much thought. Nova Flare must be in 4.7? Yeah, most likely. Most likely. 4.7 Novas, Nihilux release. The good stuff. Pretty big patch. End of the storyline as well. Cyrene type of situation. Although there weren't Nova Flares on Cyrene's patch, actually. I think they were on 5.0. Or sorry, 4.0. It's up? What, Pearl's kit? Oh, it is.
Ok. Vamos.
Skill. Gains 15 points of certified banger. Restores HP for all allies equal to 12% of Pearl's defense. Plus 240 base. And additionally restores HP for the ally target with the lowest HP equal to 12% of Pearl's defense plus 240 base. So the skill just gains certified banger and heals. Okay. What's this? Oh, she has an enhanced base attack. Okay. Enhanced basic attack. Imaginate the Starry Night. Deals ice damage equal to 100% of Pearl's defense to all enemies. Restores HP for all allies equal to 8% of Pearl's defense plus 160. And additionally restores HP for the lowest health ally. 8% of Pearl's defense plus 160. When in possession of certified banger, additionally deal isolation damage equal to 15% of Pearl's defense to enemy targets. Am I supposed to give a fuck about her damage? Like, the first three, the skill, EBA, like all of the, like, does she have good damage or something? Okay, let's move on to the ultimate because this is boring already. Ultimate. Gains 20 points of certified banger and uses deep learning on one ally, making the target the aesthetic archetype. When there are 1, 2, or 3 elation characters on the team, advances the selected target's action by 10, 15, or 30%. When there are 4 or more elation characters on the team, the person targeted will gain 1 extra turn. At the start of this extra turn, the targeted gains 30 points of Okay. There it is. So, the person targeted by her ultimate gains 1 extra turn, but also gains 30 points of certified banger and 60 points of punchline. So, yeah, this is pretty nice for Silverwolf. It's pretty nice for other elation DPSs as well. While in deep learning, basic attack brushstroke is enhanced to basic attack render the great wave. If the targeted character is of the path of elation, it is enhanced to brushstroke imaginate the Starry Night. And when dealing damage, it additionally deals 60% isolation damage. Okay. Talent. The talent just makes allies take reduced damage. That's boring. Technique. Generate 20 certified banger. Elation skill. When there are 1, 2, 3, 4, or more elation characters in the team, all ally targets additionally deal elation damage equal to 10, 15, 20, or 40% to the attack target after their next attack. Okay. Highly incentivizes mono elation over everything else. So, where's the generalist kit? Am I missing something? Where's the generalist kit? Let me keep reading. When defense is 2400 or higher, increases this unit's elation by 32%. For every 100 defense exceeded, increase this unit's elation by 3%, up to a max of 3600 excess defense. Next bonus ability. When an ally target's turn begins, Pearl gains 5 points of certified banger, up to a max of 50. Okay, they like... What? Literally the only thing that's good in this entire kit for elation teams. 40% more elation if you're running mono elation, and then the extra turn. What's the point in anything else here? Like, why are they so hard stuck on this defense scaling when it's so shit? So shit. I'm so confused. This is such a... You know what? I'm gonna go back on my word, man. Nihilux is replacing Sparksy. What the fuck is this shit? What is this? Okay, let's read the Eidolons, because a lot of you are vertical investment merchants. Not me, though. E1. When there are 2, 3, 4, or more elation characters in the team, increases all allies' elation stat by an amount equal to 10, 20, or even up to 80% of Pearl's elation, up to a max increase of 60% elation. So that's a pretty big elation buff, to be honest, on the E1. E2, it's not E6. I repeat, it's not E6. Mary makes all ally target elation damage by 15%. When using ultimate, causes other ally elation characters, excluding Pearl and the person she's targeted, to also get the action advance effect, and increases the certified banger and punchline gained at the start of the extra turn provided by the ultimate by 100%. So this E2 is basically a raw 15% damage increase for all elation damage. It now turns the one target action advance to team wide, and it doubles the certified banger and punchline given, which if I remember correctly, it was like 20 and 60. So now it's 40 and 120 for certified banger and let me check. Oh no, 30 points of certified banger, 60 points of punchline. So now you get team wide action advance and 60 points of certified banger with 120 punchline. So it's kind of an E2 merchant, I feel like. The E2 is just so strong. Yeah, like 120 punchline, that's an instant free extra turn from E2 Silverwolf. And then plus 60 certified banger too. Man, I don't know. What is this? Like, I'm just gonna wait for V3, bro. Let's check the Lycone. Increases the wearer's defense by 48% when using an elation skill on all allies. Restores HP for all allies equal to 10% of the wearer's defense. And applies 10% vulnerability on enemies for 3 turns. For every other elation character in the team, additionally increases damage taken by all enemies by 4%. This Lycone in a mono elation team applies 22% vulnerability on enemies. That's pretty good for a sustained Lycone. Where's the path change? Brother, I'm asking the same question. I'm asking the same question. What the fuck happened to being able to switch paths and synergize? What happened? It doesn't exist. Well, wow. I think this is the first time I've read a character's kit and been able to like so easily understand how they work instantly. The summary for Nihilux is that she's a defense scaling sustain who can give allies damage reduction, heals on, I believe, EBA, and as well as skill. She gives team-wide elation. She gives a single target action advance with 30 certified banger and 60 punchline. And that's kinda it. That's kinda it, outside of her own damage output. This is Nihilux? Oh, no, Pearl, I meant Pearl. My bad. My brain's fried. The pad thing is Nihilux? Maybe, yeah. She won't replace Yao? Who, Pearl? Brother, not even fucking close. Yeah. I mean, that's a kit, bro. I don't know, like, why is it... It just feels so... E2. I don't like it, E2, E2, E2. The E2 is so good. But why is it the E2? Like, what happened to the base kit? Can we leave something for the base kit, please? Ult is too expensive? What's the energy cost? It doesn't even say what the energy cost is on Anoka, I think. Pearl is up? Yeah, I already went through it. Thank you, though. Same as Yao Guang. Too slow. I mean, it's a V1. It's a V1. You know? She's probably gonna get buffed. I can just tell off of reading it right off the bat. Check the relic sets. Audacious Heretic. Increases damage dealt by the wearer's BA by 36%. When the wearer uses a BA, increase their attack by 20% for 2 turns. And then Dreamlit Actor. Increases speed by 6%. When the wearer uses their skill or ultimate on an ally, increases that ally's elation by 16%. If the wearer has 10 or more certified banger, additionally increase all ally crit damage by 12%. So Dreamlit Actor is for Pearl. Audacious Heretic might be for Nihilux. Nihilux might be a basic attacker who can use attack percent. Nihilux with no elation buffs? I mean, she can just be an attack scaler. Like, we have Sparksy already as an existing elation character who's an attack scaler. So, it's just a more tailored one with basic attack damage increase. The relic could be for someone else? I mean, no. Probably not. That's not how relics work in this game. New relics come, they're usually for the upcoming characters in the next patch. That's how it's always been. They don't just make relics and then there's no DPS to take use of them for the rest of the version. They're saying the relic set is for Dil Nova. I promise you they don't care about Dil Nova that much. At that point, they might as well make a new relic set for Acheron too. Because Acheron is significantly more popular, and she's also getting her buff. I doubt Dil would get preferential treatment. And even then, it's a fucking relic set. There's no way Nihilux relics don't buff elation? Brother, if she does basic attack damage, she could easily get away with that shit. Like, guys, we have an attack scaling elation DPS. If she's a basic attack damage dealer who's attack scaling, like Sparksy, it could easily be better. There's nothing crazy here. I'm not gonna lie. Streets are saying this basic attack set is for Dil. I just can't take that seriously. I'm sorry. There's no way they made a new relic set just for Dil's buff. And they don't make one for Acheron's or Jingyuan's. Unbelievable. There's no way I'd take that seriously. It's a 3-turn ult, 90 energy. Start at all times for Pearl, so 3 turn. Yeah, that's not bad. Every 3 turns with an E2 Pearl, you're able to get a team-wide action advance, but it's E2. At E0, her kit just seems so much weaker, man. Oh, the E2, it has merrymaking. It has team-wide AA, and it doubles the effectiveness of the ult's buff. Why? Why? It's so it's so annoying, so annoying. No defense ignore in her kit? Yep. Which is weird, considering E1 Yao Guang is defense ignore and Silverwolf S1 is defense ignore. What would V3 need to do to fix her kit in your opinion? I mean, add the E2's double certified banger and punchline gen to the base action advance. That would help a lot. Um, she could have a buff outside of elation damage buffing. With like even just the smallest bit of defense shred somewhere. Like on skill or something. But her skill and EBA are legit just attacks that heal. It's kind of frustrating. There's just not enough buffing in her base kit. It's like I'm pretty confident. You guys need to understand, this is really underwhelming for a new sustain. I'm pretty sure Hyoscene still does more in terms of buffing like her specific teams than what Pearl does. And then it's like her buffing capability becomes so much stronger, but with vertical investment. It's not in base kit. Lycone and Mono Elation gives 22% vulnerability. That's really strong. E1 gives team-wide like 60% more elation, whatever it was. E2 gives team-wide action, advance, merrymaking, doubles the... Like, they're all good vertical investments, but it just feels like the base kit isn't there. It's not there. It's disappointing. Make the E1 also, like, defense ignore. Like, 25% maybe? Like, what is going on here? Why is the Fua team getting their defense ignore completely capped out, but the Elation team isn't? Add 25% in there. You get 20% from Silverwolf, from her Elation relic set. You get like 20-something% from her Lycone. You get like 20-something% from Yao Guang. Even if you're not maxing it, add another defense shred buff in there somewhere. Please. We don't know the base kit? What are you talking about? What do you mean we don't know the base kit? She's an E2 merchant? Yeah, to put it lightly. Basically. Kinda an E2 merchant. At E2, she seems really, really strong. Didn't we only see some of it? Brother, her entire kit is on Nanoka right now. Came out like 20 minutes ago. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, yeah. My bad, all good, all good. Oh yeah, also, where's the speed buffing? Wait, I almost forgot. She has no speed buffing too. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This character gives me a headache. No speed buffing. Weak base kit. Baited by the leaks that she could change paths. And she had 2 different modes for non-elation teams. No defense shred buffing, no speed buffing. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't predict anything Hoyo does anymore, man. I feel like this version has been such a random bullshit go in terms of character kits. I'm so confused. E2 Silverwolf or Pearl E2. I mean, a big part of what makes Pearl E2 very strong is having E2 Silverwolf alongside it. So, E2 Silverwolf. The official leakers are saying the new relic set is for Nova Dill. This game is unbelievable, man. I mean, I guess it's a good thing that at least an older character is getting a new relic set, but... Also, who's official leakers? Doom posting gonna be insane? Oh, I'm making a video when I end this stream. And I'm gonna be pretty critical. By official, I mean HXG. HXG is just a reposter. He's not an actual leaker. Is Pearl chopped? I mean, she's probably better than any other existing sustain option. So she's technically still a buff and sustain teams. But like, she's not what I thought she'd be and what a lot of people thought she'd be. Does this mean Wyvern is cucked? No. Because the sustain heals now. The problem with Wyvern team with Pearl before was that Pearl was leaked to have shielding, which didn't work with Emblade. But since she heals at base now, but is simply a defense scaler, she works with the Fua team. Pearl Kid is out? Yeah. Sadly. Aha's advance doesn't work. What? Oh, the Fua team synergy? Yeah. I mean, I don't know, bro. Wait for Astra, man. Just wait for Astra if you're a Fua team believer with Haven or something at this point. Just wait for Astra. Or just completely kick Avon out, get Robin SP, run Hyacine, bam. Does Pearl look better than EMC? I don't know. I don't know. I'd imagine because of the extra turn, I could see it, yeah. I mean, it's just like, oh, fuck, dude. Like, it's just a V1. It's just a V1. Let me calm down. It's just a V1. I think what hurts me the most is that her kit is so ass I can't even milk it for content. I can't even make actual videos where I'm like, wow, look at this kit, she's so great. Let's talk about like all the theoretical team comps and her performance. It's like, she's so ass. I don't want to talk about a character that's this ass. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's just V1? That's the point. I have to wait fucking 1 or 2 weeks before the V3 hits and we see any real changes. I'm stuck with just looking at a shitty Pearl for 2 weeks. It's so boring. I was so hyped for this beta. I thought I'd have like a lot more that I'd be hyped to talk about. I swear to God, I've never gone to a character's kit in V1 beta and been able to instantly understand their value so quickly in my life. I was literally just talking about earlier how Robin and Avon beta was boring because I could tell their value pretty quickly, and instantly that shit gets trumped by Pearl. How is that even possible? Back-to-back patches with some of the easiest characters to read possible. Do we get gameplay tonight? It usually comes like hours and hours later. I wouldn't expect any like decent gameplay until like 10 plus hours from now. There will be a few earlier than that, but they might be like weird team compositions and blurry and shit. High vertical investment, something like that. I came from another stream where they were saying she's crazy. I don't know who that other person's stream is, but they are smoking something crazy. I'm not trying to be mean at all, but like I don't see it. Like, can I get help in seeing it? I want to see it. I want to be hyped. This kit looks shit. I heard Chewie was positive. Really? I mean, what does he see in this kit? Let me check. Maybe I missed something. I don't know. Maybe I missed something. I don't think I missed anything. I don't think I missed anything, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Guys, I didn't miss anything. They were just glazing the ultimate. I mean, that's all she has. Like, it's the only thing to glaze. There's nothing else. What does she have outside of the ultimate? And the action advance and certified banger and punchline? Damage, basic attack, skill, healing, and a bit of damage. Enhanced BA, healing and a bit of damage. A little bit of elation buffing. That's it. She has a little bit of elation buffing outside of her ult, and that's it. Um, 40% elation damage buff with a mono elation team on her elation skill. And it's only on the next attack too. So this buff isn't even completely consistent. They get a 40% elation damage buff for their next attack. So if you're not able to get another elation skill again after your entire team does attacks, their next attacks won't get buffed by this. I don't know, guys. I'm not seeing the hype. Doesn't make sense to me for her to be barely better than Huohuo. She's definitely going to be better than Huohuo. Like, okay. Just because I'm disappointed in her base kit doesn't mean that Huohuo's better than her. We need to stop this cope real quick. Okay, Huohuo's not better than her. She's probably going to be like at least 30 to 40% better than Huohuo at base. But this is it's a bit disappointing for sure. I don't know, man. I don't know. New Nihilux leak is crazy. Ugh. Evanescia and Hyacine skins are in 4.6 beta. Oh, cool. I guess they were just moved. What's this Nihilux stuff people are talking about? New info on AHA Instant. We found a new word called Nihilux Instant. And AHA Instant can be replaced. So when Nihilux gets an extra turn, she'll trigger a Nihilux Instant. Since Yao Guang's ult provides an extra turn for AHA trigger, an extra AHA Instant. So basically she synergizes incredibly well with Yao Guang. And the two AHA instants like coexist. My dreams of replacing Yao Guang are over. I'm sorry, man. People still doom post Yao Guang? Well, yeah. They're stuck in the 90s from 4.0. She's gonna get replaced in 2 patches. It's just another Tribi Mono-Rem situation. Is Sparksy saved? I'm sorry. That's all I can say. Okay, guys. I can't do this on stream. I need to let my raw and honest opinions out in a video. So, I'm going to end the stream here. Get ready for a video of passionate Gabby for the wrong reasons. In probably like half an hour. Half an hour is about the timeline. Love you all. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Peace out.